Cameron Jones was loose, running free, no one about to catch him on his way to the end zone. The wrong end zone, but details schmetails. I didn't realize football was for me, because I used to run the wrong way and everything, Jones was explaining this past week. He means that literally. Jones, as good-natured as he is confident, was recalling when he first started playing football around age 9. He played running back and safety, but mostly running back then. I sucked. His first year, the last game of the season, they finally gave him the ball. He avoided the tackles when he took off backwards. I didn't know what I was doing, so I kind of got made fun of. Then the next series out, I'm running toward the sidelines toward the coaches, and they tell me, go upfield, go upfield. If you're picturing the scene from Forrest Gump in your head, maybe that works. Maybe the line from that movie does too, because from that day on he was running to the right places. They started pointing the right way and I scored. The moment I scored, I just enjoyed it so much. From that moment on, it was just like, this is it. After just a couple years, he realized this game of football actually fit him like a glove. He even remembers thinking about the bigger picture as a kid, and how using his talents could get him somewhere he didn't know if he could otherwise get. This is my way out, he decided. I can't afford college without this. I just saw this as my meal ticket for me and my family. Check one goal off the list. He's heading to college on May 28, set to begin life as a Nebraska Cornhusker. Having grown up in the Fort Worth, Texas area before moving to play for Mansfield High School this past year, the safety is regarded by many as one of the top signings in Nebraska's last recruiting class. Defensive coordinator Eric Chinander remembered running backs coach Ryan Held calling him and saying, "You've got to see this kid. He's my favorite kid in the whole class," Chinander said. "What do you mean he's your favorite kid? You haven't seen him?" "No," Held responded. "He just met him." "I know he's a great kid," Held continued. "He's the kid for us and I watched the film and it matched up." By the next week, Chinander was on a play to see Jones for himself. He thought the same things Held thought. What came across is how much Jones loved football. He was not just a good safety. He could play receiver, he could be a dynamic return man, he liked to hit. While Nebraska lists him at 6'1", 200 pounds, Chinander thinks his length makes him seem even bigger. "Yeah, he's a big old joker at safety," Chinander said of Jones after he signed in February. "He's a guy that could potentially grow into a linebacker down the road, but he's got a lot of versatility for us on defense and just on the whole football team. I'm really happy we got him, because defensive back was a spot that we needed to get some depth built in there. Don't think Jones isn't fully aware Nebraska needs added depth on the back end of its defense either." Just this past week, he was watching the Husker spring game on YouTube. He wasn't watching the ball. "I didn't watch nothing but the red defense, to see how those two safeties played, what their weaknesses and what their strengths are," Jones said. "I went back to last year. I studied them, because even though we're teammates, they're my opponents right now in this off-season. It's competition, and I know I'm going to have to come in there and compete for a spot, not be given a spot." Among those safeties in the competition are two seniors, Aaron Williams and Antonio Reed. So winning a starting job right away is a tall order for any newcomer. Defensive backs coach Travis Fisher has said the competition will be open to all when the newcomers like Jones arrive. Jones will show up with confidence but knows it must be used in the right way. That's something you have to have it when you play the position I do, and do the things I do. You have to have confidence, Jones said. If you don't have confidence, then you let people get in your head. I'm just a confident person. Some take it as cocky. That's alright. I'm just very confident in my skills because I know what I do when nobody's looking. His past successes in high school have helped feed it. Jones began to realize he could play college ball quickly into his high school career, which began at ULa's Trinity, a powerhouse program. He made varsity as a freshman. It was his sophomore year when he moved over to safety and really took over. During that sophomore year, ULa's Trinity played the high school football giant De La Salle out of California in a nationally televised game to start the season. Jones left his mark with an interception. I balled out that game and ever since then I just went crazy, Jones said. Family support has helped. He credits his mom, Katrina Sauls, for helping keep his head on right. Without her, I probably wouldn't be on the right track, and his older brother, DeJuan Garrett, who is a good football player himself, has always been the example of the guy he wants to be. He's always good at everything, he's always the ladies' man, everything, so I wanted to be like my brother even until today, he said. Once committed to UCLA, and not even thinking about Nebraska football until this past December, Jones is now sure Lincoln is the best place for him to perfect his craft while avoiding distractions. Some people down in Texas ask why he's coming to Nebraska. Why is he going to go hang out in the cornfields? He laughs at that. Shut up, he tells them. They don't know what he is sure he knows. He regards the coaching change at UCLA, which opened back up his recruitment, as a blessing in disguise now. I'm anxious and my family is anxious for me, Jones said. Of course, they're nervous for me and everything, because I'm starting to go into the world. No one has to point the right way either. He's pretty sure where he's running.